What's up, everybody? I'm Samantha Nahera, and this is the Bean and Chisme show. Welcome to the show of everything chisme. We got comedy, culture, community, and today's episode is very special because we have Latin Grammy Award winner Bobby Pulido in the house and award-winning influencer and content creator AJ Rivas. So you got a big show ahead of us, and I'm gonna hold this microphone because apparently I sound better like this. I like to carry stuff like this. You guys, we have a loaded show ahead of us. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live here in San Antonio, Texas at Credit Human in San Antonio, downtown at the Pearl, and this beautiful building and establishment has allowed us to do our pendejadas here, and so I love them for that. You know what I'm saying? They like money, I like money, they like pendejadas, chisme, I like chisme. It's a win-win. So we've got a fully loaded show. Again, share this post. You will have a chance to win tickets to the upcoming Bobby Pulido concert on April 25th. So stay tuned. And even better, we have the honor of unveiling his official 2025 Fiesta Medal right here on the Bean and Chisme show. So stay tuned for that as well. But before we get started, of course, as always, we don't have a show unless we have sponsors. So I want to give a shout out to our sponsor tonight, Charisma Machado at 11jump.com. She is a tech sales guru with over 20 years of experience, and I know her personally. She has helped me expand my businesses, Heartfire Media and Bean and Chisme. She's a dear friend, but she has come into this company and helped us grow it, come up with strategies, and close deals. So if you are looking to grow your business and you need a salesperson on your team, which is everybody nowadays, right? Call Charisma. Go to 11jump.com and follow her on all platforms. All right, you guys, well, without further ado, I'm going to get started. Bobby Pulido, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
How'd you like that intro?
It was cool, really cool.
I'm not used to holding it.
That is a San Antonio thing, is bean and cheese.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you eat bean and cheese?
You know what? I like it, but not really. I like the carnita in there, you know.
You need protein.
I need the protein, but that's a San Antonio thing. Lots of people, it was like, that's where I learned that bean and cheese was a thing.
Right?
Yeah.
In San Antonio, but you're a Texas boy.
I'm a Texas boy, but
It's a isn't it?
it's a San Antonio thing.
That's what
Absolutely.
I've heard that everywhere because when I go to the valley, it's not so crazy.
I don't know. It's not crazy. It's just, hay some fajitas, you know. We're meat eaters down there.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, thank you so much for being here. It's
Yeah,
an
my
honor
pleasure.
to have you on the show. We are excited about your announcement of retirement. But when people say retirement, is that for real, or like not for real?
Well, I mean, I'm planning on running for public office, so I think if that happens next year, you're gonna say, is it for real? Yeah, it's for real.
It's for real.
Yeah, it's for real.
Okay. And there's a tour coming up.
Yeah.
And por la
Puerta Grande.
Puerta Grande.
That's a saying that from the
and I can't say
bullfights.
it right.
It's
Oh.
actually when the matador does really good.
Okay.
They get carried out on people's shoulders and they take them out.
That's
Por la
great.
Puerta Grande.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you're going to be here on April 25th.
My birthday.
On your birthday.
On my birthday,
at
yeah.
Boeing Tech Center.
That's right.
Boeing
Techport.
Techport. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nice place.
I know, it's very nice.
I had a
and
chance to go there yesterday, and
Okay.
it's a really nice venue.
It is very nice, and it's pretty new to San Antonio, so it's nice to get new venues here to
Yeah.
have concerts like yours. So
It's
are you
cool.
excited? Tell us all about this tour.
You know, my dad, Roberto Pulido, is going to be accompanying me there. We're going to do the farewell tour together, and which is really nice. I feel blessed to still have my dad with me, and to be able to go out with that together, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
So is he going to go on the road with you the whole time?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there may be some venues in Mexico, deep in Mexico, where he may not go, but the idea is to take him everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And I saw the tour lineup so far, and you're going to Mexico, California, Texas. So
Yeah.
this is not just a
It's going to get
Texas
really
thing.
hectic.
Wow. Are you excited?
I am. I'm excited. You know, this has been a wonderful part of my life, and I'm gonna do it till the end, and then move on to something else,
Yeah.
and see how that goes.
Yeah, something I've learned about life. I'm only 40, but I'm learning that there's seasons, and there's multiple callings sometimes. It's not
Absolutely,
just one.
I believe in that.
Because I always felt like I'm supposed to be this one thing, and that's not always true.
Not at all. No, but you know, when I first decided to sing, I was studying at St. Mary's University, and the plan wasn't to do music, but the people decided that they wanted me to do music, and so 30 years later, people I guess will have a choice to see if they want me to serve them or not, and so then I'll do that, and see what.
And that's something that you're very passionate about.
I am absolutely very passionate about it. Yes,
Because that's also a calling.
of
Public
course,
service
of
is a
course.
calling, you know?
Yeah, no doubt.
Because ain't nobody in the right mind wants to go through all
It's
that.
it's
all
it's
that
a
hectic
difficult
lifestyle.
environment right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially now, it's much needed. Um, so, St. Mary's
Yep.
alum, what was the fraternity that you were in?
Kappa Sigma.
And did you go to Fiesta?
I did.
Oyster Bake, obviously, right?
Oh, well, of course it was there, but I remember going to Nyosa and yeah, to a lot of the stuff, when I was in college. You know, I drank a lot when I was
So you don't drink as much anymore?
I don't drink as much. No, I don't drink as much as I used to. When I was in college, I'd put them down.
Didn't we all? No,
Yeah.
And so I think it's so cool that you have had the full-blown San Antonio experience because you're from
Oh,
the
yeah,
Valley.
I'm
You're
from the
not
Valley,
from
but
Edinburgh.
I called San Antonio home for 4 years.
Yeah.
So
I feel like when I read that you were from the Valley, I was like, he's not from San Antonio. In my head, I automatically thought you were from here.
really,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
So that's cool. So Nyosa, do you have like a crazy Nyosa story or like oyster
No,
that you
I
can
mean,
say
I
online?
just no, probably not.
Okay.
But-
Dang, I was
but-
trying to get some cheese, man.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a story, it'd be embarrassing.
That's what we do here, literally.
Okay, I do have a crazy story.
Dime. Tell us.
This was in college, all right? I was in a fraternity. I was pledging. And pledging is really tough.
I hear.
So they had called me and two other pledge brothers. I think they were gonna do some. They were gonna mess with us,
Okay.
but it started raining, and so they had told us to bring clothes we'd never use again.
Oh,
It's kind of weird, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it started thunderstorming, and they're like, you know what? They go, we're just gonna drink. We're gonna play some drinking games. I'm like, okay. Well, there we go. I guess better than what was gonna happen, right?
Okay.
So we played this drinking game called Follow the Queen, and I don't know, like you keep pouring into a pitcher of
Okay.
beer, just
a regular. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
and so whoever drew the last queen had to chug that. And mala leche yo, like, bad luck, right?
Oh my
Salado.
Wow.
I had to drink it twice. And so I was pretty hammered. And so we drank quite a bit. And they're like, okay, well, stay here because you're not going to
was
drink
raining?
and drive. No, you're not going to drink and drive.
Oh, okay.
I was wasted. And so I remember going to sleep, and I went to sleep. And I remember getting under a table because it was a single bed efficiency.
Okay. You slept under a table?
I slept under a table
Okay.
because there was one room.
It was a small room.
It was a small
it.
room. That apartment was a small room, and the bed would just fold down and fold
I
up.
remember those. Yep.
And so I woke up in the morning, and they're like, "Hey, we gotta go," and I don't have my pants on. And I start freaking out, and I start
Where are my pants?
like, "Where are my pants, man? Like, what happened?" And so I start feeling around. It's dark, right? And I felt them, and I put my pants on, and I'm feeling other areas just in case some crazy shit happened,
Right.
right?
Like, do I have all my stuff? Literally.
Yeah. I put my boots on, and we start driving back to school, me and my pledge brothers, right? And I said, hey, did you guys, what happened last night, dude? Like, we went to sleep. I'm like, dude, I woke up without my pants.
Oh my God.
They're like, we all went to sleep. Like, what happened? I said, I don't know. I'm asking you. I had to drink the pitcher more than you guys. And so we didn't know. Nobody said anything. So we went back to St. Mary's. I went to the quad. We're sitting in the quad. And one of the guys that had been there that was one of the fraternity members,
Okay.
he's walking over there, and you can literally almost see steam coming out of his ears, and he's pissed. And he looks at us, and he says, which one of you peed on me? And I'm like, and I'm like, oops. I go, what are you talking about? Yeah, one of y'all peed on me. And he was pissed. He's like, you go over there right now. They're waiting for you, right? And so, so we drive over there, and they're like, Bobby, it was you. My pledge brothers, they're like, they're gonna get mad at us, man. It was you. Why you say it was me? Because you woke up without your pants. And I'm like, oh,
Why are you gonna
Jesus.
blame me,
I was
so?
like, man. So we get there, right? And the owner of the place was also he was a member. He opens up the door, and he's just cracking up. And he's like, and he looks at me, goes, I think you peed on Martin.
Wow.
And I go, why me? He goes, because I was dreaming of a waterfall. And I woke up and I saw the silhouette that looked like you urinating on him.
Wow.
And he had slept on the side of the bed, right? He had slept on the side of the bed. And he goes, look, come and check it out. And literally you can walk and it was
Wet?
Yeah.
Ew, cochinos.
And I was like, deny, man. I'm like, no, it wasn't me. And my other fraternity brother, my pledge brother went down. And he goes, oh yeah, dude, it's urine. And I was like, oh, God.
Because I know what your urine tastes and smells
So,
like.
listen, it's never been proven, but I think it was me.
Oh my gosh. We're going to find out. Kappa Sigma,
Yeah.
the pride of St. Mary's. 1990.
I graduated high school in 91.
Okay.
So this was like 92, 93, right
Wow.
around that time.
I can only imagine the memories that you made in college.
I made some great friends.
Was
Still
your dad
friends.
ever like on you? Like, what are you doing, son?
No, I have the coolest dad, man.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, my dad was always, and that's how I'm the same way with my boys.
Okay.
So my dad's always like, hey, man, he doesn't micromanage you. He's like, you know not to do anything stupid.
Right.
Go out there and have fun, and as long as you bring me good grades, which I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your degree in?
I did not finish.
Oh, okay.
I was 21 hours short.
You can still do it.
That's what everybody says, but
There's
it's too
still time.
late.
Oh.
Yeah,
You know what?
21 hours short. So
But God had a different. God had a very different plan for him. So
God had a
you're good
different
without the
plan,
degree.
right? But yeah, I had a great time and experience, and with the last semester I was there, when I knew I was gonna go try my luck at music, I actually made the dean's list, and I always had great grades.
That's awesome.
So
And that's awesome that you now. So 30 years in the game.
yeah, 30.
Congratulations.
It'll
on
be
that.
30 in September.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your dad's 60.
My dad will be 60 years.
And it, like you said, it's a blessing that you two get to go on this tour together somewhat.
It's
And,
awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a blessing in itself. And now you have a new album coming out
I do.
in May.
In May, like toward the end of May.
So tell us a little bit about that.
You know, I did a residency like they do in Vegas.
Okay.
I did it in Monterrey, Nuevo León. And it said it was a casino,
Oh.
in Auditorio Cumbres. And we had 5 gigs, five nights in the month of December. 3 guests each night. And there were surprises. It was all live. And the concept is Bobby and Friends, una tuya, una mía.
Okay.
So I would sing one of their songs with them, and they sing one of my songs with me.
I love that. Yeah.
And we had Alicia Villarreal, David Bisbal, Grupo Bronco, Luis Padilla from La Firma, so many, Caloncho.
Dang.
A lot of artists of all types of genres. Jennifer Peña, David Olivares, that were from Texas, Majo Aguilar, Antonio Aguilar's granddaughter. It was great. It was awesome.
So that contributed to the new album?
Yeah, that's going to be the album.
Okay.
And we recorded a whole video. We did the whole thing. Video.
Man, what an all-star lineup.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So I heard that you have a new single coming out in April.
Yeah. The first song's going to be Desvelado with David Bisbal. David Bisbal's from Spain. He's
Beautiful. He's got the curly hair, right?
He's got the curly hair.
And he's got a beautiful voice.
He's a phenom, yeah. He's really good. And so we did Desvelado, and then he has a song. So what we're going to be doing is like every week, there'll be 2 songs that we're releasing.
I love that. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah.
So, okay, you guys, look out for that for sure. And obviously the tour. And one thing I wanted to also talk to you about was I listened to your TED Talk. First of all,
Thank you.
how awesome was it that you did a TED Talk? That is not easy to do. And I don't care if you say you're a performer or an entertainer, like doing a speech,
Yeah.
16 minutes speech
60 minutes with no teleprompter.
with no teleprompter and no notes. I saw you. I watched
No
it.
notes.
I was like, oh my gosh. So how
I
did,
felt like I was in college because I crammed.
like you were practicing?
Yeah, because the week before the TED Talk, me, my wife, and my 5-year-old son, we went to Disney.
Okay.
And I had already had that planned. Everything happened. So I was literally like in line at Disney, looking at my notes and making, editing and doing. And then I tell my wife, hey, if you take him to the swimming pool, I'm going to go back to the room and I'm going to go try. It's tough. It's a lot of
No.
stuff. It's 16 minutes.
I can imagine that.
It's hard, but really, it was really rewarding doing that and get people to actually see you do this stuff.
Yeah.
Give a speech. And get to see me in a different light, because
Yes.
this whole time, right, everybody's just hears me sing.
Exactly.
And yeah, they didn't get to hear me speak. So now you can go check it out. TED Talk.
Yes,
Bobby Pulido
please
TED Talk.
do yourselves a
It's
favor.
TEDx McAllen.
Definitely look that up. I just Googled it and I found it right away. But one of the most important topics that you talk about in your TED Talk is just hit so home. You said you were a pocho.
I am.
And a pocho is like not from here and not from there, right? Like we're not Mexican, we're not American enough, you're not Mexican enough for the Mexicans, not American enough for the Americans. It's exhausting.
Right.
Like from the Selena movie.
That's
and
right.
I was like, yo, that is how I feel everywhere I go, because I speak Spanish, but it's so broken. It is, y'all don't want this. But I really want to learn, and I love my culture so much. But I am like you. I'm like 5th generation here in Texas.
I'm more.
So, oh, you are?
I am.
Because you and I.
I've traced it back to 7 generations. I know that my great-great-great-grandfather was born in Webb County, Texas. But that's as far as we can go. We haven't been able to go further.
And that was when it was Spain or Mexico?
No, it was Spanish province, I think.
Yeah. See, and like just educating our people on that alone was a big deal for me to hear that. I was like, we're in an age where our culture is now kind of being embraced, and I feel like we can finally just be ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we don't have to be one way or another.
We got a beautiful culture.
We do.
And very unique.
And it is.
Extremely
and I feel
unique,
like being at the Hano is so beautiful. And the fact that you got on stage, you talked about it, and then you acknowledged that we are not going away. The Hano music will never die. It can't die.
It
It's
can't, because it's our culture. It's it's a part of it. Now, whether it's commercialized or not, that's different. But it'll always be there, and there'll always be a place for it.
Yeah, and I
sure.
love that. And I felt seen. I feel seen and heard when I hear somebody else like, oh my gosh, sometimes I feel like I'm, a coconut. And I'm like, well, you're different. You were born from 2 different cultures, and that's
We
okay,
didn't ask to be
I mean?
born in this circumstance. It just so happened that that's how it was.
But that's what makes us special.
I agree. Yeah, I'm all about embracing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so another thing I was telling him about is our demographic. We are, for the Bean and Chisme show, we are age 35 to 55, 60-ish, and we come from 70s, 80s babies, a little bit of 90s babies. And to see Desvelado, obviously, how does it feel to not just have a hit, but like a hit that came back again? It doesn't die. Like, it is an OG banger, okay?
Yeah.
Like, how does that feel when there's young girls, young kids now just jamming out, dancing?
I can't help but feel very lucky, very blessed, and doesn't feel bad. Feels great. I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, nobody can ever predict if the song's gonna be if you're gonna have an eternal hit, but that's what that song means to me. It's an eternal hit. That
It is.
in my lifetime since I recorded it, it's always there, and that's I feel gratitude for all the people that like it and support it.
Do you ever get tired of singing it? Where you're like, this one again?
I don't. Because I only sing it one time, and I always have. Even when it was a big hit, I've never repeated the same song twice in a show.
So I don't know if you know this. Do you go to clubs? Do you go to clubs or bars or anything? Not that I'm a
I
club
do
rat,
not.
But, so
I
at
used
the end
to.
of the night,
I used to.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
of course.
I used to.
Pues
But,
sí, mijo.
but I'm happily married, and that's not a part of my lifestyle for a long, long time.
If you want to stay married, for sure. Got to do that.
No, it's just you move on. Like, it's a different phase in my life, and nah.
Well, I was going to say, at the end of the night, at all the nightclubs that play Tejano music or country music, they usually play Desvelado at the
Well, 'cause it's
very
late.
end.
it's at the very end because it's late
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's tired. Everybody's desvelado.
Hey, get it? Get it? That's so awesome. But yeah, no, I just wanted to come in on that. I was like, man, he's got a hit that like it's a forever hit. And multiple, not just one. You're a Latin Grammy award winning artist,
Thank you.
And so I just wanted to commend you for that. And then, just talk to you a little bit about being at the Hano and what that meant to you, because I know we all had that in common for the Bean and Chisme audience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm as Texan as Texan can be, and so are you, and so is a lot of us.
Yeah.
And we're proud of our Mexican roots, Spanish roots too. So we're Hispanic. We have a mix.
Yeah, we do.
And now with Ancestry.com, you can go in there and
Yes.
and see like,
Well, I kind of don't want to.
I did it.
I don't want to because I kind of don't want the government to have my info, but everybody's like, girl, they already have it.
Yeah,
I don't
so
want my
are you-
blood in
So
there.
you're a conspiracy theorist?
A little bit. I
Okay.
do believe in aliens and stuff like
Okay.
that too.
I don't. But okay.
You don't believe in aliens?
I don't.
Okay,
I'll believe one when I see one.
Okay.
How about that?
got it.
Yeah. But no, I did that. I actually
And did you find out like your neighbor was your primo or something interesting like
No, it's just to see like what part the family comes from and what percentage you are. I don't know. Look, honestly, I don't know if it's a bunch of bullshit or not. I don't know. Right? They say it's accurate,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say I think it is.
You would think now with technology.
So
that
I
it
came
is,
out
yeah.
like 72% Spanish.
Okay.
Like both of my parents' families came from somewhere down the line from over there for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a pretty high percentage. I was shocked. I don't have any Jewish blood. I have like 0.2% African or something, like some little percentage. My wife is like real weta with green eyes, right? So and she's like super white, and I'm like, you're gonna probably be 90%. So she's from Mexico City, but her family's from Los Altos de Jalisco.
Okay.
And so since we were in the valley, I'm like, you try that out. Because I want to find out if this is real or not.
Yes.
And I thought they're going to probably look at the zip code and go, okay, she's from over there from the north, right? Like Nuevo León area. No, they pinpointed it. Now, the only difference is she's 36% European and 36% Azteca. So I call her mi vieja Azteca. And I'm like, just don't make a doll and stab my heart. You know?
Right? That's so funny.
Yeah.
But so
But you look at her, she
30%.
looks like a white chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people in Mexico look
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah. But no, she's got more Aztec blood.
Azteca.
Yeah.
En la sangre.
Yep.
Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Man, you should get sponsored by what was it? Because there's multiple now. Ancestry.com.
I did Ancestry.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you that sponsorship.
Yeah, you do it.
So interesting. Okay, so I have a question. Do you like comedy? Do you consume comedy, stand-up or sketch comedy?
I do.
Do you have a specific stand-up comedian you like?
My favorite of all time is George Carlin.
Okay.
Okay, of all time. Right now, I'd have to say Chappelle is the best in my opinion.
Have you seen him in person?
Not in person.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
He is an OG. He's a goat for real. Just a great storyteller and like
He's
just-
great.
He's just
I
so
mean, he's
smart,
great.
You know.
But Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, I would still have to put them. Man, he's fighting for those spots, in my opinion. But I love stand-up comedy. I love sarcasm.
So you're not gonna walk away when I do my little pendejadas. You're gonna be like, okay, mija.
No. No, I've seen pendejadas in my life, so yes.
Awesome. Oh, funny. Okay, a couple more questions. So, what is one thing if you could go back in your life and change, or do you have a regret? What would that be?
I don't think I changed a thing. I made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of things I probably shouldn't have done growing up, but you learn from all the mistakes. And everything kind of had to happen for me to get to this point in my life. And so I don't like looking backward.
Yeah.
I don't. My mindset is always looking forward, and I try to do that. And so if I would say I have regrets, that would mean I'm looking back. And I don't really believe much in that.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
love that.
I think
Yeah.
I think all those things, all those bad things that have, the mistakes, things you probably shouldn't have done, like getting drunk over there.
And peeing on your friends.
Right. Like the things like that you regret, but they make you wiser.
Absolutely.
And
You learn from it.
you learn from it, and like, oh, I'm not gonna make that same mistake twice.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have some Spitfire Q&A. I'm just going to pop it
All
off,
right,
and we're
shoot.
going to get to know Bobby Pulido tonight.
Shoot.
Y'all ready for this? All right, here we go. Corn or flour?
Flour, of course.
Miller or Budweiser?
Ooh, Budweiser.
Chamoy or Tajín?
Neither.
What? Take it away. Take away.
Neither.
Fiesta or Bésame Mucho?
Fiesta.
Ooh, okay. Puro party. Fishing or hunting?
Hunting.
Cowboys or Texans?
Texans.
What?
Hey, I did the halftime show at the
That's right. Oh,
at the
that's right.
Texans playoff game. Don't you give me no smoke on that.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
That's my team. That is my team. And I've been a loyal Houston Texans
Okay.
fan for a long time.
Today.
I don't hate the Cowboys though. I don't hate the Cowboys.
You just happen to
I'm
love.
just a Texan fan. I was Love You Blue, man, even before Warren Moon was there. Like Earl Campbell, Pastorini. I love that team.
How was it like singing in front of 60,000 people or whatever? It was something like that.
It was probably more like 30 because half of the people probably went to the restroom. Like the gringos.
They were like, we don't know
The
who this
gringos
Bobby
are like,
guy
I don't know
is.
what the hell this guy's
Bathroom
singing. But there's still a shit ton of people, right?
Yeah.
It was still good. But it was an amazing experience. I mean, and it was funny because like they were losing. It wasn't good. And then like right before the half, they scored and they took the lead and people were energized. And I like to think I was a good luck charm because we just smoked them in the second half.
See, look what you did it.
Yeah.
It's the magic. It was the magic.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I know you all have been waiting for this moment by watching the show, and thank you so much. If you're tuning in, please follow us on all platforms. Follow Bobby Pulido, follow Credit Human, and 11 Jump. I would like to reveal your official. Have you ever had a Fiesta medal before? This is the first.
I've never had a Fiesta medal before.
And you remember them,
Sort of.
sort of, from your
I
San
was
Antonio
drunk most
days.
of the time.
Not no more. Gonna remember today at the Bean and Chisme show. Ladies and gentlemen, you can pull up the image. This is the official Bobby Pulido 2025 Por la Puerta Grande, and I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
Por la Puerta
That's pretty
Grande.
cool.
Check that out, yo.
Thank you, Ale Ballesteros. That's pretty
Yes.
nice. Yeah.
Ale, shout out to Ale for connecting us and getting this all together. And of course, our next guest, AJ Rivas, stay tuned. But you guys can purchase this medal on his website, bobbypulido.com. We're going to put in the comments. It will be available next week, as well as at his concert. If you want to be in San Antonio to
They
get
can
this
also
medal.
purchase tickets there.
And they can
And you
get
can see the
tickets there.
schedule and everything that's
Okay,
coming up.
perfect.
Yeah?
You can buy concert tickets there as well. And we'll put that link in the comments. But yeah, this is amazing. And thank you so much for revealing it here. Because, Fiesta medals are a big deal for us here in San Antonio. So for us to have it here on the show, come on, guys. This is awesome. And I also wanted to announce 2 lucky winners are going to win tickets to the show. They have to follow his pages, his Instagram, his Facebook, and share this live post. And 2 winners will be selected next week. The winners will be announced, and you get to go to the concert. So what can we expect next? Well, not next Friday.
It's Puro Pulido.
Okay.
It's my dad, Roberto Pulido, and me, and singing a lot of songs.
I cannot
And,
wait.
Yeah.
It's a gran baile también. No?
I don't know.
Come on. I'm a cumbia person. Like, I need to do the circle.
Well, you may have to do it in place, but yeah, I guess there'll probably be some space.
Can I be a dancer on the stage?
Um,
And I can just do the
why not? Why not?
I'm going to remember.
not?
I'm going to call and be like, remember you said that I could be
I
on the
said
stage.
why
with-"
not? So
Period.
yes.
I love it. Oh my God. Awesome. Was there anything else you'd like to say? Let our audience know.
No, I mean, I'd like to invite everybody, on my birthday, April 25th.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, at the Boeing Tech Port.
gonna be
And
fun.
it's going to be great. Bobby Pulido, Roberto Pulido. It's the last dance for us. We'll see you there.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, we are going to take a break, but before we do that, and thank you, Bobby, for being here. Thank you so much. Before we get our next guest, AJ Rivas, I want to talk to you about Hood Rat season, which is our high season here at Bean and Chisme. Fiesta is around the corner, April 24th through May the 4th here in San Antonio, Texas. And as many of you know, Fiesta is our high time because we produce award-winning sketches. And we can't do it without our sponsors. We can't run this show without our sponsors. And so if you and your business want the exposure that these videos get, you want to be something creative, you want to do something creative with us, please send us a DM, call me, throw me a rock. I don't know. You can find me anywhere. And we have openings right now for the official 2025 Fiesta video. So please DM us if you want to be a part of that. And we are going to take a quick break where you could see our past videos right now. I love him so much.
I know.
For who he is. You gotta love AJ Rivas. Welcome AJ to the show.
Rivas.
Rivas.
Yeah, there you go. Say it like you're from the West Side, girl.
Oh, wait, Bobby leaves and now all the pendejadas start. We were trying to be all formal. We were trying to behave. And we're trying not to scare him away.
Right.
So, first of all, let's let it be known. Let me give credit where credit's due.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Bobby, I met him through AJ, who introduced me to Ale, who handles Bobby's publicity. Yes. And so, thank you for the connect.
No problem. Me and Bobby earlier, we were filming at Brewster's backyard. Shout out to Brewster's, and we were doing a lot of B-roll at the bar. So we actually played a whole game of pool. He beat me by 1.
What?
Yeah. So it's a pretty close game. It was just supposed to be for B-roll, but we ended up playing the game.
Oh my gosh! So he said he beat you, or you beat him by 1?
He beat me.
He beat you by 1. Got it.
By 1, yeah.
So you think you're badass or what?
I think I'm badass.
Because you played pool with Bobby Pulido?
Exactly.
Okay, so AJ, content creator, influencer, and killer dancer, by the way.
Getting my skills back, yeah.
He dances so good, and he cumbias, he does country dancing. I've danced Tejano with him. So what makes you such a great dancer?
Well, now that I lost 56 pounds.
Boom.
I'm able to do a lot more. I don't know. I've just always been a dancer, and I don't want to say I'm the best dancer, but just for a big boy. That's what people always tell me, man, for a big boy, you can move.
You're a good dancer.
I'm like, what does that mean? I hear that a lot. Man, for a big boy, you're cute. And I'm like,
thank you.
The other day, man, for a big boy, you smell good. I'm like,
wow.
I'm not chingada, like, what the
Oh, gotta love him.
I know.
Gotta love him.
Okay.
Well, so AJ and I met years ago. For those who don't know who he is, you should know who he is. He is a content creator I ran into years ago. Mm-hmm. And thanks to Tito Caballero, shout out Tito, love him. He was like, you need to meet this guy, AJ. And people kept sending us your videos of your Selena dances and cumbias. And you would do a lot of Selena voiceover content on TikTok. And we were like, oh my gosh, we have to collab. And so we started working together, started making skits together. And here you are now doing so well. And I'm so proud of you for everything you've accomplished. You've been working with major brands and just growing. So tell us what else you've been up to.
So lately, as of right now, I'm actually excited to publicly announce, even before I'm putting it on my own social media, I've been chosen as one of the Fiesta commissioners this year. So I'll be at Corneation. I'll be covering Corneation.
Look at you.
I'll be covering Fiesta in the Barrio in the West Side. And I will be covering, what is
the parade?
Obviously the parade. I'll be sitting down with my alumni school, Harlandale High School. So if you want to hang out with me, bye from the Harlandale band. Shout out Harlandale. And then I will be at, there's one more event, and I can't remember right now, but just to be a commissioner, social media influencer
That's a
for
big deal.
Fiesta. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yes.
And yeah.
But your hometown.
My hometown, exactly. And the next big thing is my show.
Okay, let's
I've been offered, I've been offered, not my first headlining show, but my first theater headlining show, stand-up comedy show, which is going to be at the Empire Theater. And shout out to Bobby and Calvin, who are helping other comedians.
Produce it, yeah, upstage.
Doing that with the Empire Theater. I told him, I was like, look, I appreciate, and I hope I didn't sound like conceited. I was like, the only way I
already know.
The only way I'll do this show is if it's going to be my 3rd annual Pride comedy show.
Oh, okay.
I told them, I was like, look, I'm letting you know I'm not going to get political. I'm getting political without getting political, especially in today's political climate.
Right.
I told them, I was like, if I'm going to do something in my hometown, in the middle of downtown, it's going to be my Pride comedy show. So that's the only date I was looking for.
So that's what they gave you. So
yeah, and I was like, it's going to be June 13th, Friday, June 13th.
So we'll make sure to drop the link in the comments for that show. We have to support AJ, his first theater show, and you've got a killer lineup too.
Oh, yeah. Them hoes. That's kidding. Just kidding.
I mean, I wasn't going to say.
I'll say it for you.
But like.
No, but I like she said, I have a killer lineup. I actually always wanted to have 2 hosts. And, well, first, for those who haven't been to one of my Pride comedy shows, every person I have on my lineup are LGBTQ plus people.
Right.
So my 2 hosts are Lindsay Andrews, local drag entertainer, trans, socialite and everything. She's out there, walking the girls.
She's badass.
Yeah, and I also have the oldest, ugliest. I was kidding. She knows I love her. My tia Tencha La Jefa. She's the oldest drag queen in San Antonio.
Tencha La Jefa.
I don't know if she's the oldest. I just say she's the oldest.
She's an OG for sure.
She is for sure OG.
We know that.
I remember seeing her my
Heavy
first
hitter.
time when I used to go to SAC. They had drag bingo at SAC, and at that time I was in the closet. So I was with my straight friends, like, hey, bro, that's gay. I'm not going to go there. But I saw
You were that guy?
But there, I was that guy. But there I see Tencha La Jefa with her, missing tooth right here with curls in her hair. And I'm like, I low-key fell in love. I didn't know I was into older men. Because she still looked like a man. Imagine that. Just kidding. I love her. That's the way we joke, guys. That's the way we joke. I'm down.
Gays joke different, y'all. And I've had to learn as a fag hag myself. Y'all are
and
different.
that's okay to say, y'all.
That hurt your feelings
Look,
real
fag
quick.
hag, that means you're for the gays.
Exactly.
So
I'm an ally.
She didn't call
I'm
me
a
a fag.
proud
They're
ally.
gonna be in the comments. Oh, she's just calling fag. I'm like,
I'm
no.
not chinga.
There's what we call. We have that lingo. Anyways, so I have them badass 2 hosts, and then I got Nana Rodriguez coming all the way from Chicago. She's hilarious. She's a lesbian, and we have. And then we have Jose Not Juan.
Oh.
Y'all may know him. Do y'all know him?
He's alright.
I mean, that's good. No, y'all may know him
I just texted him earlier.
right? So Jose Not Juan, y'all may have seen his videos. He started off with his funeral video that went viral.
Yes,
That
on
was,
TikTok.
yeah, hilarious. And now he has his whole historia and his novela and with his grandmother and his tias and cousins and all that. It's super hilarious, but also on stage. So that's
He's very
actually that's
talented.
my lineup. And I'm excited that the headliner, which is me.
Yes.
But because of my weight loss and my dancing skills coming back, I'm gonna be doing my first ever drag performance. Like I'm gonna come out to do my stand up,
Okay.
but at the end I'm gonna go change and I'm gonna do
A whole thing.
Because
we've done stand up together. We've been on shows together, and you do a lot of good performing already.
Yeah.
So
This time around, I'm coming out on stage, going straight into comedy.
Got it.
I'm not doing no intro,
The
lip
songs and all that.
singing.
Okay.
The only thing I'm keeping people love is when I serenade a random straight guy in the audience.
That's the
So I'm
best
keeping
part.
that in because they love that.
Yes.
Shout out to Selena. That's where I got it from.
Que creías.
Que creías, yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for that show. I got my first sponsor for that show too. So shout out to Apollo Wellness.
Okay.
So
Apollo
yeah,
Wellness.
Apollo
So
Wellness.
speaking of wellness, you've lost 50 pounds. 56 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of you for that.
Thank
That's
you.
not easy. And tell us a little bit about your weight loss journey.
So my weight loss journey, guys, it honestly, Sam, Chona, Josena, Juan, they will tell you like, and even I feel some of the camera people that been behind stage probably maybe felt I was a diva, but I really wasn't a diva. Like I had to sit down the whole time because that's how uncomfortable and how much in pain I was in. That was the heaviest I'd ever been, and I was just not me anymore. And I felt like that made me stop doing my content. 'Cause a lot of people were like, "Haven't seen skits or I haven't seen your videos. What happened? What's
Like
going on?"
Okay, they're
And
wondering.
honestly, I was just going through a lot of physical and, of course, a little mental. I wasn't going all crazy, but I was just like not me being overweight and uncomfortable and in pain was just it stopped me from doing a lot. And I've been glad that a good friend of mine, Alexandra Castillo, we went to church with each other. She reached out to me and she goes, "Hey, I work with this clinic called the Male Medical Group here in San Antonio, and we want to see if we can do a collaboration." And so with the Male Medical Group, I mean, I didn't realize that men, your testosterone, it really does affect your daily life. And my testosterone level was the gentleman that told me, "Hey, bro, like your testosterone levels is low,
Very low.
very low." And I was like,
It's important.
"That makes sense." I was like, "That makes sense. That's why I keep wanting to do my makeup." That's kidding. But he started laughing. It's funny. But yeah, it was like he goes, I don't have enough sleep. I can't fall asleep. I can't stay asleep. I have no motivation to do anything. The list goes on.
Right,
I
just like a
I
bunch
have
of
sciatic
issues.
problems. I got herniated disc. I can't walk from here to there without, having a hard time breathing. Right now, coming up those stairs a little bit because I just got over pulmonía. So I'm still
not
trying to get back.
pneumonia.
Yeah, pneumonia. For those who don't know what pulmonía is.
Pneumonia.
So, but I feel a lot better. I get up in the morning to start my day. I don't know what I got to do, but I start my morning and get up and start the day. So now I'm starting to go to the gym because that was my promise. I'm like, I'm not gonna continue this for the rest of my life. Doing whether it's testosterone therapy or semaglutide, B12, whatever. I don't want to have to be injecting myself the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's a
So
lot.
now I made that promise to where, to myself and to my mom, that once I lose enough for me to function, the gym starts coming in, and I'll be collaborating with another lady who owns her own what's it called?
Meal prep.
Company, and she's gonna make me a good 3 months worse.
What?
So,
Tell her to call me.
I know,
I
I'm
need my
like-
meal preps.
Yeah, so I'll be
That
able
helps
to
a
do
lot.
that. Yeah,
Like the food's already there, it's done. You just
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I love that.
So I'm just excited. Like I want to keep this journey going on, and this is to all my big people. Like I don't want them to think like, "Oh, now you think you're better because you're skinny." Or, as
No.
guys, it's not about that. Let me just say, at the age of 33, for my mom taking care of me, no, like
You don't
come
want
on,
that.
like yeah, I should be taking care of my mom. You know what I mean? So and it was just like I felt very uncomfortable, with myself and.
And we were worried about you because you were in so much pain, and you would
Guys,
have,
all the
remember
time I
you would
was
have
always
to
like
lean on the
this.
stool,
I was
like,
always
and
leaning
the-
like this, or like
Yes.
whenever we stop filming, I'm like,
I always knew. I always knew when you would get a chair and he
Yeah.
would lean on the back of the chair. I was like, oh shit, he's going down. We gotta hurry,
Yeah,
you guys. Wrap.
yeah. So that was always uncomfortable and very embarrassing at times, But I'm doing better.
But I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You're doing it. Keep up the good work. I mean, this business, entertainment, takes a lot of energy. Not just mentally, you got to be in the game, but you got to physically be able to have the
Yeah.
energy to do all the things. And so I think you're doing a great job. And so I wanted to talk to you about this too, because it was like, isn't it weird being here? Because you and I just started online, right? And we have a similar journey. And like, we just started by making videos. And then it turned into stand up and then performing. And obviously, I host my show, but you have your stuff too, your branded stuff and influencer marketing, all this stuff. Like, how does it feel all these years? Because you started in 2020 or 2019?
I started professionally 2020. I would say 2020.
Okay.
professionally 2020, and then 2021 is
The
out
pop
doing
off.
things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's when like even 2020 people were sending me like, you know, partnership deals and packages, PR packages, and I was just like, I'm like, okay, I'll let you more in the world. I'm like, okay, cool.
Dude, we have this joke. I'm like, I swear to God, if I get another chamoy package in the mail.
Yeah, but a lot of gushers.
They're so good though.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It was just like, I guess like, you know, like you said, we have similar things to where I didn't start doing videos to be where I'm at now. You know what I mean?
At the Empire Theater, bro.
Yeah, I know. And that was actually,
Headlining.
that was actually, I remember my goal last year.
Okay.
That was actually my like little short-term goal. Because I felt like in my mind at that time, my mind was like very like overly confident where I'm like, it's Empire. It's smaller than the other ones. Like, let's do it. And now when they're like, oh, you have Empire, I'm like, oh, shit.
Ándale.
850 seats. I'm like, oh, shit.
Leave it to
You know what I
AJ.
mean? But, you know, but I just feel like with everything going on health-wise and, you know, putting people in my life, people naturally coming out your life for whatever, like, people don't realize, like, in the limelight that we are in, like, how much you need to learn from the people that come in your life and the people that come out your life. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like, oh, I don't see them talking no more. Like, something must be up. Like, no, like, it's like you got to realize, like, I know as much as I mess with Chona, you heard me talk to Chona. Like,
They fight like primas.
Yeah. I love Chona to death. I love her family to death. You know, and I joke with her, be like, oh, you're with your family again. Okay. Like, when are you going to have time for me?
Why you gotta have a husband and kids?
Yeah, exactly right. But people don't realize that Chona has her life. Sam has her life. You know, she has a teenager. They both got teenagers now. You know what I mean? I don't have that. But that doesn't mean I don't have a life either. I got my own responsibilities, my own family, you know. So that's like to the people that ask me, I don't know if you get this, where's Sam from Bean and Chisme?
Oh, yeah. I
And
get
I'm just
that.
like, I don't know. Well, she's not in my bucket. Like,
Oh, you really say that?
Yeah.
Here she is.
I'm like,
Well, I mean, you know, we all have different journeys. We all have different paths, and that doesn't mean, like, that's what I was texting Jose not one earlier. And we've all had our falling outs. That's just the business, you know, the business we're in. And another point to that is in this journey of content, being a content creator and now a comedian, which I never thought ever in my life that would happen. Like, you know, we evolve and like things change and we're learning. We're not in Hollywood. This is San Antonio, Texas, and there was no TikTok 7 years ago.
Yeah.
There was no YouTube Reels. We didn't have all that. We literally have made up everything we're doing right now. There was no podcasting, was not a thing. So we've literally stumbled forward. And when people are like, oh, you know, how did you become so successful? Or how are you able to do that? I'm like, dude, I was willing to just risk it and try anything. And you have that same story where like you were willing to put your name on the line and do pendejadas, like just do dumb shit, just because that's who we are. We're fun, right? Yeah. And be willing to take those bullets. But you gotta be willing to take the bullets because people are gonna judge you.
Yeah, and that's what like. Now I'm dating.
Where you at?
Not everybody knows me as that. They know me as a puta, but.
You?
But yeah, no more the grinders.
I thought you were a santito.
No more the scruffers. No more the sniffers. No,
are you like locked in with somebody?
We're not locked in.
Okay.
But we're dating to where like I tell my best friends, I'm like, they're like, hey, so are you still talking to? And I'm like, yes. But it's like not yes, like I'm sad. Like, man, I never thought somebody would do that to me. To like, calmate, you know?
Yes. I like it. So you know after the show, I gotta know the tea.
Yeah.
The cafecito, tea,
sure,
chisme, whatever.
Sure.
Like you.
Yeah.
Because okay, just a few years ago, you were just
Say it.
on the apps and like showing me all the straight dudes, and I was like, no business. You okay, y'all? Admission here on the Bean and Chisme show. AJ and I have a type, and it's the same. Don't we have a similar type?
Okay, here's the thing.
Do we not have a similar type?
We do have a similar type.
Okay.
Because San Antonio men look all the same. So the only thing is I don't care if you don't make $1,000 a month. Sam does. You know what I mean?
Well, duh.
But
We
it's
gotta
just
go
for
to
the
the taco truck every Tuesday,
But
and
it's
I
just
got
for
stuff to
I
do.
know, but you got to go to the right taco truck. That's
And Disney.
cheap. Oh, see, I don't do Disney. I don't do Disney. I do Woodlawn Park. There's my Disney. There's my Donald Duck.
Oh no! You do Peter Piper on Military Drive. That's your
exactly.
Disney. So we have a similar type, except just different.
Except I am learning that
Okay.
you need to not stick to your type.
Okay, go outside the box.
Go outside the box because I went outside the box into who I'm talking to. I don't mean it like
Hi, boo.
you're anything different like
What's
that.
his name? Or
Not yet.
okay, initials. No. Okay.
Jay.
Papacito. Jay. Hey, Jay.
But yeah, he's not. You'll see him. You're like, I mean, he's not that. He's cute. He's cute. But you'll be like,
I never would have thought.
yeah.
Okay.
It'll be like that, but not in a bad way. It's just everybody.
I love that.
I showed you.
I
They're
love
like
that.
tatted up, straight out of Bear County. You know.
We got a type. What can I say? Yeah, the guys that I date, you look at them, you're like, yeah, she would. I'm a Bob. You know, as much as I want to be a Richie girl, I'm a Bob all day. And I'll tell you, I want a Richie. And every time I get with the Bob.
And you're gonna find that here, unless you're gonna.
I'm
move
not
to
a
like,
Rosie.
Unless you. Let me see my daughter. Yeah, she likes that shit. She likes that shit. No, you need to move to Hollywood Park.
And I'm over it. Something new for Sam in
Move to
2025.
Hollywood Park, right there off of 281.
Okay.
You seen those houses over there?
Yeah,
They're
of
retired, bro.
course.
Retired. Might have to put some oxygen tanks, but
My 401k bay. That's what I call them.
exactly.
I'm not against it. So, what else can we tell our fans about you and what you have going on today?
Well, I need my enter to come out, show out,
Okay.
buy tickets, to my show. I mean, this is an 850 seater theater show. June 13th.
June
Friday.
13th, you guys.
Friday.
We
Oh, let
gotta
me tell you
show-
something.
Okay.
When Calvin was like, "You want to do Friday the 13th?" I'm like, listen. I might be gay, and I might be a pride event, but at the end of the day, the Lord Jesus loves me. I got Lord on my side. I don't believe in that Friday
don't
the
either.
13th stuff.
Yeah, I say it's what you believe it to be. So if you don't believe it, it's not gonna happen.
And look, let me tell y'all something too. For those theos who are like, I don't want to go through that. There's all the gays. I don't do that. And then all the white people that are like, I'm done voting for Donald Trump. Get your damn gays out of here.
Right.
This is for y'all. This is a comedy show. Okay? I want you to come. Don't be so serious. You know, and come and laugh. Come and support. Because at the end of the day, it's a San Antonio native that has the opportunity
Yes.
to headline here at the
Y'all
Empire
hear
State.
that?
Okay.
Support local.
So I'm glad that a lot of my family members, I'm not gonna lie, shout out to them, I love them, that didn't expect them to be the first ones to buy tickets, and they bought tickets.
See, they're proud
And
of
they
you.
didn't say, hey, can you hook us up on tickets? No, they bought tickets.
See, they're doing the right thing.
And then the whole front row is already like bought out.
Aww.
Like there's about like 3 different rows that are already like all bought out.
Okay.
And like somebody bought the fancy little things on the top. I was like, okay.
The VIP balcony level at the Empire Theater, June the 13th. We're going to drop the link in the comments, you guys. We got to support our boy, AJ Rivas. I'm so proud of you. Look how far we've come, bro.
Come a
Look
long
how
way.
far we have
And let me
come.
tell y'all guys, look, y'all see this, the glitz and the glamour? You know, I just got my fade today. I look good. I know I do, and I smell
Period.
good. But it's been a journey for both of us. like,
We've
to
seen
be-
each other pretty crusty and dusty.
Yeah, so if y'all ever want to come into the social media world, or just if you can't handle comments, and if you get mad over the console people, you know, using all the 20,000 for VIP tickets.
Tickets.
When you know damn well if you were one of those console people, you and all your raza family would, hey, I got tickets to VIP. Let's go to 411.
That's like stealing the centerpiece
What is
from
it?
a quinceañera.
444. I said 411. I'm gay. I don't know about sports.
The Final Four.
But the Final Four, there you go.
vato.
That. I'm like the 411. We're going to 7-Eleven. Oh, are they rushing us?
No.
No. Oh, are they rushing us?
No, he's doing his job.
Oh, I thought he was doing gang signs. I was like, what's up? Okay.
Oh my God.
I gotta give y'all some what you're gonna be missing at my show if you don't buy tickets.
I know. No, every Pride show you've done has been awesome. And it's
And
gotten
sold out.
better every year
And sold out.
out. Yeah.
At a smaller venue, of course, but still, like, let's keep that.
And it's
Let's keep
not
it going.
easy. What we do is not easy. Entertaining people, making people laugh, because it doesn't come to easy to some people as it does to others. Just producing a show, putting together a lineup, coming up with your set, the
Yeah.
costumes, and makeup. I mean, it's a
And
lot.
I do want to say it without getting too much into it. that this show, I am like really, really like not only focusing on the new content of my stand up, but I am excited to announce my little project that my family's helping me do, my mom. So we're very limited to what we can do at the Empire for sponsors and stuff like that, etc.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, well, what if one of my cousins was like, well, what if we do a program? Like, not to even sell the program. I don't want to sell it.
A printed
Just like
program.
a program to where has everybody that's on the show, like you'll
like
get at a regular show,
program.
right? And well, I'm excited that right now, if y'all know any clinic or any local business that takes LGBTQ plus people, helps them in any kind of way, let me know, because I'm actually doing for free. I'm not even charging these people. I'm doing my little, I would say like a little phone book of different clinics
And resources.
resources of clinics, but also not just clinics. But if there's a bakery out there that that they're not gonna give the same sex, problems with doing the same sex cake,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like any business that
friendly
businesses,
I love
and
it.
y'all will be on my program for free.
I love that.
Because there's just, like I said, there's so much shit going on right now, and I never wanted to get it. I know because of being a cheese man, I'm not gonna lie, I did get involved in politics, and by politics is not showing sides, but telling people to vote, correct? Like with y'all,
yes,
we
I
did the
forgot
voting.
about that. Yep.
But it just right now is just hitting home in many different directions of my blood. So it's kind of hard to be like, we know what side you want, but it's not about the side. It's just about speaking up and using your platform the way you can. And that's just the way I'm using my platform at the moment.
Yes.
Good
for you.
I just want people to know, like, there's just so many ways you can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And find your way to be able to do that. You know
I
what
love
mean?
it.
So,
I'm very proud of you for doing that, because this all does have to have a bigger meaning for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, and I'm proud that you came out as gay. Also, we
Oh,
had a
the Bean and
Pride
Chisme show.
episode. Yeah, we had an episode too, and that was a
Yeah.
big deal. Because for those of you who watch across the country, in Texas and San Antonio, and specifically South Texas, it's still pretty conservative when it comes to gay men, Hispanic gay men coming out.
Yeah.
It's a no-no still. And so for you to do that, we've got a lot of machismo culture, the manly men, we don't talk about that, right? And that's why I love this show, because you guys, 5 years ago, there's no way, not even 5 years ago, Bobby Pulido would do a collab with you.
Yeah.
No way. A Tejano male singer, the Tejano culture don't like that. You know what I mean? And so for us to have you doing a collab with him and both of y'all on the show openly, like, no big deal. We're all getting along, like, big deal. That's a big deal. Like, I'm very proud of what we're doing. So
Yeah, and it's also like what I tell people too, it's like also respecting each other's boundaries. Like, honestly, if you don't like what I stand for, don't follow me. It's okay. Like,
and you're not
I'm
gonna
gonna
shove
be-
it down
I'm not gonna-
anybody's throat, right?
I'm not gonna shove it down your throat.
Right,
I'm
right,
just
right.
putting out there what I want to stand for. And I actually did this. I'm not too sure if y'all saw it, but I did this performance. They had asked me to perform. Shout out to Pegasus nightclub for their Britsis Award pop-up show, and I'm like, I need to do something like political. But Pegasus is a place where they want you to go and forget what's going on
Okay.
and have a good time,
Yeah.
which I understand.
Pure joy and like
But I'm like,
entertainment.
but this is like drag. Like, I gotta like,
Make
I
a
want to do something right.
statement. Yeah.
So I did. I came out to. It was a montage of my favorite Super Bowl performances. So it was Beyonce, J-Lo, and Lady Gaga. And so the beginning, I came out to Lady Gaga singing "God Bless America, Land of the Free," whatever. I'm not a singer. I lip sing, guys. And so within that song, when it says this land is your land,
Okay.
this land is my land. So I pulled out from my sleeve the Mexico flag. So it was like
Making a statement.
making a statement. You know what I mean? Without like
shoving it down people's
Yeah.
throat. Yeah.
So I'm just like learning to use my platform more for that. And for those who don't like it, guys, like, sorry, not sorry. In the most
Bye.
respectful way. Sorry, not sorry. But at the end of the day, I am a comedian, and I have this platform, and I'm gonna speak up for what's right in my eyes and my heart.
Yes. And you'll never go wrong by doing that. Yeah. Never go wrong. Well, awesome.
That's why I came out the closet, because I'm like, why am I gonna like just like continue like hiding or not saying nothing because too worried about what people say. Like, you can comment whatever you want in the comments. Like, it really don't matter. Like, I'm fat. Hey, you're not blind. You can see. You know, hey, you're gay. Oh, you can see I did that. Good job. You get a gold star. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't, doesn't bother me at all. And I just want to make sure, that I inspire other people who felt like me as a kid. You know what I mean? As a kid, like, it's like I was telling, I was having a conversation with my priest because I am Catholic. And I'm
Go figure.
I'm a Catholic.
He's a Catholic.
Yeah. And I was just telling him, like, because a lot of people just think that LGBTQ plus is about just sex, right? And I told him, I was like, well, at the age of 4 or 5, I didn't have crushes on girls like my friends did. You know what I mean? Like, I had crushes on on my guy friends, but I wasn't thinking nothing sexual. I didn't know what gay was. My mom didn't tell me nothing about gay. The school didn't tell me nothing about gays.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was just like growing up, like, it was just already there. You know what I mean? And I think
that's a misconception.
It's a misconception that, oh, you're gay, that means you're having sex.
You drank some certain water,
yeah,
and it turned you.
Yeah, exactly. No, apparently not. That's not how it went. I just saw glitter and I saw construction paper, and I love it.
You can talk to your priest about it. That's awesome.
Well, I love my priest.
That's awesome. That's unheard of. Yeah. In some places, like seriously.
No, but shout out to him.
Father who?
Father Don.
Father Don.
Yeah, but he's just very understanding, and I just like it feels good that at a place where a lot of people are shunned away from, that's the last thing that we want to do. Is shun people away
from
because
God,
for those who don't know, I am a leader of my young adult ministry at my church. So there's some people that don't like that.
Yeah. I can only imagine that.
Sorry.
Well, he's a Jesus-loving gay who has a pride show coming up on June 13th at the Empire Theater here in San Antonio, Texas. So proud of you. We're going to do more collabs soon.
For sure.
We've got a lot of collabs. If y'all don't know, we had some
killer ones.
We have some classics that you have to watch. I'll put the links in the bio. We didn't get to pull the video footage today. But we will put the links here in the comments for you to see the AJ Sam collabs because they're so good. We did Pete and Selena. Yeah. We did 2. There was one, Yo Te Amo.
It was
we did the other one.
We did the I got a never-ending love for you. That was the Valentine's one.
From now on.
Theo fell in love with.
Nacho fell in love with
Jessica.
Dang. Yeah. Okay, I definitely we got to repost that very soon.
We almost made out for real on that.
Yeah, on accident. It was like, oh my God, you almost kissed me. It's okay, I liked it.
I did it.
Shut up. All right, you guys. Well, AJ Rivas, thank you again for coming on the show. Thank you as always for your friendship support. We have to help each other out. That's what we do. We lift each other up. We bring each other up, not bring each other down. And yeah, find him on all platforms. We'll leave his social links in the comments. And we'll see you around Fiesta.
Yes.
Look out for AJ during Fiesta. Support him in his show. And of course, we'll see you guys soon. Our next episode is next Thursday, April 17th, back here. At what?
I forgot one announcement.
Hurry.
For those, because I'm going. So, April 17th, Thursday, which is coming up.
It better not be during my show. Just kidding.
No, it's not. Actually, no, it's not. So, next Thursday. Okay, I'm going. Oh, my God. He's carrying me. Okay. I'm having a Selena event at Brewster's
backyard.
Brewster's
backyard.
So, it's going to be a Selena event. We're having a Selena dance contest, Selena lookalike contest, and a Selena lip syncing contest. So, come on. And it's a family event.
Okay.
So you could bring your little kids, those Selenas and everything. So
little baby Selenas.
Little baby Selenas.
Awesome.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, next week we have a show live here at 7 o'clock. April the 17th is our next episode. If you would like to sponsor, and again, we need Fiesta sponsors, you guys. I make these killer videos, and it takes a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears go into it. We cannot do these videos without you. So if you want to continue seeing the sketches that reflect our culture and comedy, help your girl out, DM, send messages. We put the email below. Call, do what you got to do. But again, thank you so much. Go see Bobby Pulido, you guys. The winners of the ticket giveaway will be announced next week on our platforms, but you got to share this post. Make sure to go support and get a Fiesta medal on his website and all the things. And as always, thank you so much for joining us and have a good night. Bye.